welcome to Center Hice Productions. It is December 10th, 2023, Sunday evening. Night, I should say. Sorry. This is the second game of a back-to-back. First, please hit the likes down below in the right-hand corner. I appreciate your support and help in that department. Let's try to get 100, 150 likes. If you can tell your friends and family about it. Let's just try to grow a good, healthy community here. All right, so this is a review of the Predators coming to Montreal on a back-to-back. Both teams had back-to-backs, with the Preds losing to Toronto last night. I believe it was 4-0, and the Habs getting their victory 3-2 in a shootout. However, the Preds came out very strong. You knew they were going to. They weren't going to want to lose 2. So, come up with the stats. It's 2-1 final. And the Preds scored in the first period. They both scored in the second. No scoring in the third. And it was a 2-1 win. And Saros was the starter for the Preds. Allen was the starter for us. Colton Sisson had 2 goals. He had quite a night for himself, and it was quite sad because, Jake Allen had a fairly good game. You look at the decision at 1 goal, just totally screened. Nothing you could do on either of them. So it was a little rough, and they, of course, cashed in on the power play. So, that being said, yeah, it was, and Roman Josi had 2 assists on both goals, so he had a strong game. And, so we'll go to the stats. First star was Colton Sisson, who, like I said, had 2 goals. He was a +1. Brendan Gallagher had a strong game, I'll say that, and he was a second star. Came out even. He was just crying all night trying. And Saros played a fabulous game of 36 saves, 1 goal against, because Montreal really was coming on in the latter stages in the third period. And if it wouldn't have been for Saros, that could have easily been the other way. So with that being said, good game. I found us a little flat in the beginning. However, I think it was more so the power play that sputtered for us, and it cashed in for them. So I think coming to haunt us was the special teams once again. When you have that many chances, you got to cash in a game like this. Because we ended up taking over this game in the third period, and really, had we had cashed in on a power play, easily, this could have been a game we could have taken. So with that being said, okay, scoring summary. 11:41 into the first period, Sisson scores, assisted by Forsberg and Roman Josi on the power play. Second period, 7:03, Sisson scores again, assisted by Dante Fabro and Roman Josi again. So, 19:25, Jake Evans gets a beautiful goal, just a laser beam in the top corner over Saros. And it was on a backhand shot. It was just a laser beam to the corner, blocker area above the shoulder. Just a beautiful shot. Great job by Evans, who had a strong game. So the final shot, believe it or not, we finally cranked it up. We were behind in the first 2 periods in the shot department, but third period we cranked it up and we took the lead. So the final shots were 37-32. Hits were 28-25 for Nashville. Faceoffs won were 30-24 for us. And of course, like I say, Nashville cashes in 1 for 2 on the power play, 0 for 5 for the Habs, and we had some opportunities and just blew them. Just didn't handle our power plays that successfully. And penalty minutes 12-8 for Preds. Giveaways 14-8 for the Preds. Takeaways 9-4 for the Preds. Block shots 12-15 for the Habs. And penalty summary. Yossi had a penalty at 7-11 for cross-check. Yuri Slafkovsky had a holding penalty at 7:58, 2 minutes for holding. Philip Forsberg had a penalty at 8:29 for a high stick. Brendan Gallagher had one at 10:55 for interference. Mike Matheson had one at 14:20 for 2 minutes. Luke Evangelista had one at 15:49, 2 minutes for holding the stick. Second period, Decisions had a cross-checking penalty. 4:26. Gallagher had 2 minutes for elbowing, 4:26. 2 minutes for roughing, for the Preds, served by Luke Evangelista. Third period, the only penalty in the third was Alexander Carrier for 2 minutes for tripping, and we could not cash in. So that was the way the game ended up. It was a valiant effort to come back. I'll give them that. There was a couple early going nice setups from Slafkovsky to Cole, and Cole didn't cash in. So I don't know what the deal is there. However, yeah, Cole's been a little bit cold, but that line was not our best line tonight. That's for sure. I think there was a couple of lines with better efforts than that. That line was kind of average. They played well. I didn't find Slav's game totally where it was at last night. I found he had ups and downs, although I found the whole line had ups and downs. So it was like different players on that main line were having moments where they just weren't up to snuff with the other two partners, and it just seemed to flip-flop. Now at the end, it got pretty good. It kicked in high gear. Dvorak had a strong game. I just wish Pizzetta could have kept his game at the same level the entire game. Alonen had an okay game. Monahan had a strong game. And, I think I said that. Yeah, so it wasn't a bad effort by all the players. Our defense, I still find it very, very, very sloppy. I find they play with it too much. I find Matheson makes mistakes. I find Bering has been making a lot of mistakes. I think Savard was kind of one of the brighter spots tonight, to be honest. But yeah, we got issues in that end, that's for sure, in our own end. Yeah, really, I wasn't overly thrilled with anybody on the defensive core overall. But Allen had a strong game, and I felt bad for him. It was like the boys let up for him and couldn't cash in for him. Kind of sad that he had to take that loss. But it is what it is. So it's a loss. Like I say, for me, I look at it as tank anyway. I'd rather see us get closer to the top 3 in the draft. So that being said, it was a good performance. So good effort. I just found they were better in the third. They're a little outplayed a bit for the first period and most of the second. Yeah, they started coming on it towards the end of the second. But anyway, that being said, it was A good matchup. Uh, it was a dogfight, no doubt about it. Ceros made the difference a lot of times in that net. He was big, and it became a chippy game. Definitely a chippy game. So anyway, with that said, have it loose, and glad it was over. We shall see who comes up next. So it wasn't a. It was not overly exciting. It got exciting towards the, uh, the end more so. It was they really pushed it at the end and came close. So that being said, let's hope that they're better. We'll see what happens with the next performance. So it's on 13th. We play the Penguins come into town. So we will review that game and see how it goes. And we'll go over that game. This game, like I said, it had ups and downs in it. I just thought that the Preds wanted it a little more early on, first and second period. And we started to, after Evans scored, we started to kick it in. And we were strong all the way through that third. Although they did try to deflate us a bit at the moment. They did storm it a bit, but our power play, I think, is what killed us. So that being said, it was interesting, a good finish, and they can hang their heads up. They fought back anyway, just came up short. All right, so that being said, we will catch you after the Penguins Habs game on the 13th. So, we're the Puck Drop first here at Central Ice Productions. We shall catch you. Tell your friends and family about the channel. Please hit the like and subscribe. And thank you to my followers as well. We will catch you in the next one, and take care. God bless.